I think I got too close to the camera. And then I messed up. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, is that Pico.Blurred?
I missed it, bro. I missed it. That would have been funny for the intro. Oh, there you go.
What we got going on now is probably going to be a 1/2 weight with the grain, and we're going to take her out the side. This right here, you're going to be cutting them every week or you're going to be edging them up. And that's a good maintenance haircut. It's also teaching him how to get a haircut. Believe it or not, you have to train kids how to get haircuts. You're going to have several different kids. You're going to have kids that feel like they're big in the floor. As soon as you put them in the chair, it's like they didn't get a haircut for 20 years. But then you have that one student or that one client who, as soon as you put cut covers on, they're going crazy. Well, how in the world do you bring that child in? Well, with that, you might have to bring them more often. So this young man, he's a lot more mature. So what you can do now, you can get that mature haircut. And you have to be honest with your clients about that as well when you're talking to them. Because you'll get them and they'll come to you and say, can you do this to my son? He done ran up and down the ball shot 27 times. And you think you're going to sit him in a chair and be able to cut his hair for the next 20 minutes. It's not going to happen. So you have to make sure that you're educating your clients and let them know, hey, that may not be the thing. Another thing that factors into what type of haircut a child gets is going to be the texture of their hair. And you're going to have to be able to identify that. What does that mean? Some kids got to roll them up. It's either two things they can do, either grow it up or cut it off. There's no in between with them, because after 2 or 3 days, it's gonna look like they didn't have a haircut. So you wanna be honest with them as well. Now, if they look like them, if they got a nice texture there, then you can pretty much try to do what you want to with it. What Miss Season just did was a good coming out. We also wanna look, especially with young kids, we wanna look at the hair and the hair density, especially in the areas that matter. The frontalis, right here in the corners. We want to look at the density of these places, because if you don't, what happens is you'll go in and you'll cut too much off, and it's going to lighten that area. Now, we also talk about hairline development. Usually, when you're doing young children, you want to be mindful of their hairline. Why? Because you have to factor this in. The bigger they are, the bigger the head's going to get. You're going to get that parent, I hate doing this voice of, oh, can you get my baby the hairline? That's what they're going to ask you. And 1.5 years old. And you're going to be like, it's not how I want to advise you to. Why? Because as that kid gets bigger, his shoulders get broader, his head gets bigger, and next thing you know, this is how we create the McDonald's hairline. Why? Because the vellus is never fully, it never thickly up. So therefore, as you're cutting on him, the hairline is going backwards as his head is getting bigger. So,
and I feel like his hairline has been getting pushed back more than I wanted to, so I would allow him to grow out, because it was getting pushed back further and further.
Okay.
But this is a peak. Do you cut this off?
That's a widow's peak. With the widow's peak, I would also educate my clients on this as well. The widow's peak is going to cause for a slight pushback. Why? Because it grows down. And usually the older they get, what happens is they'll keep it. They'll put a little V on it and then keep it going straight across. It becomes their signature. Almost like a unibrow. Certain men never want to cut their unibrow. It's their signature. But with him, if you're going to cut it, I would just cut the peak off and then line it from that point forward. I wouldn't go in and try to eliminate it all. I would try to bring it as close as I can to that point without having to go back in its corners. All right, cutting with the grain now. 2 things that we must identify. We must identify what's this thing at the top of the apex of the head, sometimes sitting in the back of it.
The world.
Boom, the world. We have to identify, if we're cutting with the grain, where the world is.
That's what I wanted to ask you. So I think this is where his wick is right here.
What's the deal?
His cowlick.
A world? That's a world, right?
What's the difference between a world and a cowlick?
Give it to me. What's the difference? I like it. What you got, Pico?
The world is more in the natural part of the crown. A cowlick could be anywhere on the head, and that's goes the opposite the direction that the rest of the hair stream is growing.
Exactly what it is. These combs are magic wands, because as we're coming through and we feel any type of directional shift, we need to stop. Why? Because that's going to be 2 things, or 2 or 3 things. It may be a cowlick, it may be the world that we're going against, then it's also could be a hypertrophy. Y'all ain't had no backswing to a 1.5. Adjustable, 1.5 detachable blade with the grain on the afro. He got a hole right here, and you just run over. Oh my God, it don't stop me. That's what y'all running now.
I want a little more often.
Too much. To the top, right wing. Because we're going too far from the back. We're no longer cutting with the grain. We're doing transfer to the against.
So here.
Right.
I went back here.
Right.
So right here.
Yeah, that's it. Now, if you the more you're here, I only do what you got for 2 semesters, but y'all guys are starting to understand the lingo. One of the things I always say is finish your breakfast. So when I say finish your breakfast, that means go from where you start all the way down to the nose if you have to. We want to make the smoothest cut possible. And when you're doing a brush cut, or even all over, you want to finish your breakfast the whole time, every time, because you don't want to lift up, but that's going to bring inconsistency. Perfect. We should put it all the way down. There we go.
So this is where I'm going in like this, and I'm putting my line down right here. This is low. This is medium. So I'm coming to right here. Am I tapping this and putting this in, or am I?
Right now, I'd rather go in at this low 45. So if we're going in and we're scooping out, that's what it is. That's a 45. 5 people don't blend this out. We don't want to do hard lines. Sometimes we really want to go hard line. So anytime you're placing my clipper down like this, that's an intentional hard line. Now the advanced technique of this with the beautiful clippers that y'all got, if you're going in like this, you need to be able to go in and get rid of it. I'm a firm believer. Whatever you put that line in, you're going to take it out. So let's not go with hard, definite lines or tapers because it's going to take you forever to blend them out. So we go in with a nice line and roll out. Guess what? Guess what? I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it.
Am I going at an angle and taking it at the angle, or am I just supposed to be going from here?
Let me lie. Let's go let you see where you're at. Perfect. Not bad. Not bad. Perfect. So on the other side. These 5 mirrors is everything. You got to be able to rotate into the mirror and so we can match it up. That's all. That look good. Now let's clean up the bottom. Just a little bit. There we go. The difference between a good fade, bad fade, good taper, bad taper is how clean it's going to be. How detailed are you with making sure that every hair below that is gone? That's what it is. That's the difference between a good barber and a bad barber. What's the difference between a good fade and a bad fade? It's not the motion. It's how clean with that line that you put in. That is fantastic. Yes, indeed.
How do I determine what's like, do I just stay in this little where the bottom of the bar is and stay here?
That's a great question. Put that line in. I'd rather you have his head with his shoulders square to the floor. That means you need to bring your chair up. Because remember, if we're not careful, it'll be an undercut. It'll be that arch that we're talking about. So understanding this as barbers, they don't walk like this, they don't walk like this. So you gotta make sure that they're straight. So therefore that line can be straight going as straight as possible. So that way you can make that line balance. So we can go ahead and put that line horizontal line. Perfect.
Perfect. Stay just like that.
And that right there is a perfect position to put that line in.
Just like that.
And we want that line below the occipital bone. State board, when we used to take people to state board, it's 2 fingers. From the bottom of that neck line to the right here. So you whatever you tell one of us, you just have 2 fingers. Perfect. And that's what we're doing.
Close the line.
You're coming down the wall. So that's it. You take this out, cut it all the way up here. But you have to be careful. You see that? You can see it. So I'm going this way. I lost many eyebrows like that. Underline. Always see, if you're careful, your eye thing is straight. I'd rather be tension with the cheek all the way across than go ahead with your natural eye. You can see. This is a perfect opportunity right here to go over what reverse blending would look like, all right? So with a taper, you got about this much space. I like to make sure that before we take this taper too high, I like to go ahead and blend down. You've learned this method. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start right there with that taper. We're not gonna go no guard because that's what we're gonna attack that line with one close. If we don't hear anything, guess what we need to do? Open up. Why? Because the rules are faded. The more we go up, the more we open. The more we go down, the more we close. We know if we're going up and we don't hear any crickets, everything that we need is going to be performed of 1 guard down, meaning a half and no guard. That's what we'll be working with. We want to go ahead and blend the high side with the taper first, so that way we even have to go there. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to attack this line closed, just like this. This is why we listen to music. Why? Because at the end of the day, we need rhythm. When we start tapering, that wrist got to move a little bit. That wrist work.
same thing that I just put it on with. Let me take a line.
You gotta listen to it. You hear anything? What you hear? A lot or a little bit? I guess what we need to do is stop hearing. You gotta open up. And guess what? The most effective is the more we go up, the more we open. The more we go down, the more we close. Keep rocking. Keep rocking. Hey.
So I'm going until I don't hear nothing no more.
Right, so open up. Also, the comb. It's a combination. Boom, boom, cat. Boom, boom, cat. Boom, boom, cat. Cut, cut, comb. Cut, cut, comb. There we go. Men lie, women lie. Okay.
I see something shady. See how that looks?
Remember, it's
Here it's good. Am I going to start back there?
open it up just a little bit.
I'm going up here. I'm just doing something else. So I'm looking right here.
Yeah. All you doing now is softening it up a little bit. That's good. Let's not get too caught up in cutting with the grain now. That side of the taper's in there. We're gonna switch over to the other side.
Girl. I can't wait to call everybody. Tell them y'all. Y'all sucks. Oh. So flip the line from here and not from here and build up. Or is that why it's looking like this? That's all I see. And I can't get past that. Now I can't see anything except 1, 2, 3. It's like, where do I? Now what do you do with these 3 lines? That's all I see. That's why I stopped watching haircut videos. What they doing? I don't get it. It's cutting this right here, right? But all I see is this right here.
But you're not worried about that at that moment yet.
My brain is not connecting that this is what's being cut. So I'm studying this so hard, but the cut is happening right here. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yep. So there's a reason that I put guidelines in for my fades is because when I go up that inch or that finger's width, I know I'm not going to pass that with whatever I put it in with. I stay below that.
Did I go too high right here?
No.
Remember I said my brain keeps thinking it's this line, but it's really this line I'm looking at.
Get it. There we go. Tight right all the way over. Keep going, keep going. Perfect. Yes, that's the tempo. That's the tempo. Let's go. Many live viewers don't. Good job. Pick up the tempo and every flip. The more you go up, the more you go open. Tempo, 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 tempo. Tempo, 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 tempo. Don't stay in one spot too long. You shade it. Get it, 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 get it. Perfect. Now, let's take that clip and let's turn it around. Because right now what we're seeing is we get caught up in some poke. We're getting poke right here, right? See how long that is? Let's turn our clip over and let's smooth that down. Close it up.
How's so low? Okay, so wait, what am I supposed to do? Wrong. Here.
Let's lay that stuff down. Lay that down until you're clear.
You said Then you say What is the problem? What I do wrong? What is it supposed to be? Just tell me. No, just tell me, because if you don't tell me, then I'm not gonna know.
Hey, listen, we started on memory there.
That brought back the memory of the trigger. You already did one because it's school today. You already bothered her. Okay. Okay, so you see what I see? You see this down here? You see this triangle? What is this? Okay, hold on. Let me show you what this is. So, open up.
If you're ever scared, you can always open it. I'm scared.
So I just put the line on it.
Alright YouTube, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, check out my other content. I got a bunch of tutorials up. Check out my videos if you want to learn how to cut hair. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, help support the
Hit that
channel.
subscribe button, man. Where we at, man? Hit that subscribe button, man. Where we at, man?
You heard it, bro.
Right now.
I told you. He said it here first, bro. Hit that subscribe button, support the channel. I appreciate you guys. It's been Pico.Blurred. I'll catch you guys on the next one, man.